Hi, Lakers. I'm just going to walk you through the activity you are doing today. Feel free to pause the activity or video at any point. So the idea is to write equations for the parabola. Y equals x. Now, if you'd like to use the keypad, you can use the keypad to type squaring, or, oops, not 22, or you could just use Shift 6. Shift 6 also gets you the exponent. Done. Now, take a look at the variation of these different equations. Notice the blue has moved this equation up. So I'm just going to highlight, Control C, Control V, and then I'm going to add 4. Now, to build your confidence, I'd encourage you to check your work at each one. Oops, actually, 2 points are moved up to 4, but notice the vertex is moved up to 3. So I'm going to correct my error and see that my red and blue curve goes through my points. Keep going with the green. Notice this one, we've moved to the right 4 spaces. So instead of adding 4, I am actually going to subtract 4 inside the parentheses. Watch this. Notice the purple is the opposite. So this one is going to be a plus. What happens inside the parentheses is opposite of what we'd expect. But moving up and down, that is what we should expect. Positives and negatives. Going down to 3. And that will complete all of the parabolas. Think about who is correct here based on what you did with the green and the purple in this slide. Then think about stretching and shrinking your parabola. Notice the red. That 3 comes from the fact that the next point is 3 times higher than where the parent function would usually be at 1. So notice the blue is at 5, but it's very wide. So this means it is likely a fraction. And again, build your confidence. Check your work as you go. Now look at the orange. Notice that orange point is at -2 for the y value. So it's 2 times the parent function. Notice also it's reflected. It's upside down. But I put it in the wrong one. Orange. There we go. So keep building this way. Notice that the green and the purple will both be negative. They're both going down. And then think about this vertex. This is that equation that we looked at in our notebook yesterday. X minus 4 squared plus, actually minus 2. Notice it needs to be wider. So we need to reduce that slope. Instead of 1, it needs to be wider, multiplied by 1/2. Okay, now take a look at these 3 parabolas. We need to adjust the equations to create different parabolas that pass through the same points, And notice these points are at 3 and -4. So we need a +4 and a -3, that red one. change the blue and the green appropriately as well. Here's a fun one, looking at where the graph is on its vertex. So notice the red is going to open upward. So y equals, so it's going to be a positive x squared. And then inside the parentheses, we are to the left 6 spaces. And so that means we're going to add 6 inside parentheses. But notice that we're also down 1 at the vertex. And notice that the blue is reflected, but it will have the same form. It will be reflected, so we're going to be making it negative. Everything will be going down. And notice that the x value is at -3, so x plus 3. And then the y value is a positive 1. They'll continue with the green and the orange and the purple. Keep going. This one is going to have the same x-intercepts. So they're all going to have the same x-intercepts of -4 and +4. So you're going to have x plus 4 and x minus 4 in parentheses. But then what does the rest of it look like? So that one works. But it doesn't intercept the y-intercept at 80. So what do we have to multiply to our function? Let's just try 5, for example. Nope. And also it needs to be negative because the maximum will be up at 80. And there it is. But why is -5 the correct value? How does -5 and the 4s relate to 80? Use that to help you finish the blue, green, orange, and purple. Think about which one will match. Look at the values of the intercepts, +5 and a -2, and think about the direction of the parabola. Here's another one to try to write it in 2 different ways. Think about maybe using where the vertex would be, and think about the x-intercepts. Same here. Try 2 different methods. Here is to try 3. And then try to model this one with any type of equation, any type of model. It could be intercept or vertex. And then challenge yourself to draw the best sketch of this graph. And when you get stuck, or if you do, please check your answers in unit resources. Thanks for watching.